Hello there, welcome along to the Transfer Show. The first window of the summer saw Manchester City spend big, more than £100 million. Now, the window has reopened and it stays open until September the 1st. And we're expecting clubs to be busy and there could be a flurry of early activity. We've got updates on the futures of Florian Wirtz, Hugo Ekitike, Brian and Burmo, Andy Robertson and many more. And joining me to provide those updates for you, it is Mark McAdam and Michael Bridge. Afternoon, gents. Happy window reopening, everybody. Yeah. Here we go again.
Did you get chocolate?
Yeah, go on, day one. Long summer, of course. So much is going to happen over the next 2.5 months, and there's already stuff happening today. Cogs are turning. Let's start with the developing story surrounding Florian Wirtz. This could well be one of the, if not the biggest deal of the summer, who knows? And the process of formally becoming a Liverpool player, Michael, is a step closer today.
What a huge deal this could potentially be for Liverpool Football Club. And the big update for you Liverpool fans is Florian Wirtz is expected to have his Liverpool medical on Friday. Exciting times for Liverpool and Arne Slot, isn't it? The medical is expected to be on Friday. He's going to fly into the UK later this week to talk about the completion of the deal, the medical. And remember, he's agreed a £116.5 million deal from Bayer Leverkusen. Made up an initial £100 million payment plus £16.5 million potential add-ons. Of people wondering why is this happening. We've heard about this for the last few days. He's having his well-deserved post-season holiday. We don't envisage any issues whatsoever, Liverpool fans. This is the key. He only wanted Liverpool during this window and not for the money. So it could be a massive move for Arne Slot. And I've heard people already say, God, this is a lot of money, Liverpool. But let's remember, they didn't spend an awful lot last year, did they, Mark?
No, FSG historically have never really gone to town when it comes to transfers. They've always been very thought-driven. They've had a process. They've been targeting individual players and then only going to get them at the money that they're comfortable with. Whereas last summer, like Michael said, they didn't spend hardly any money. They just wanted Arne Slot to assess the team he had. It's a Premier League winning team, so it was a good building block for him to start with. And then, of course, they would start to put their stamp on that team and put their DNA into Liverpool. You had a new sporting director, Richard Hughes. You had Michael Edwards returning to the club as CEO of FSG. And you had a new head coach. So they just went under the table before they attacked the transfer window. And that's what they've done this summer. They've really gone to town. Frimpong in, Wirtz in, more players to come in. This Liverpool team already, at this stage of the transfer summer, could look like it being really, really formidable.
And if he only ever wanted Liverpool, why did Liverpool want him so much as a player?
Yeah, well, the key thing for Liverpool was they wanted to add creativity to that side because they'd lost Trent Alexander-Arnold, who was such a creative influence. But they're not going to replace Trent with another right-back that has the same metrics and data and creativity as he did. So therefore, they had to get someone in a more orthodox position, which is what Wirtz does. He plays as a 10, can play as an 8, can also play out wide as well, so he adds that little bit of versatility. But there's no question he's a creative influence. You just have to look at some of his numbers in the Bundesliga last season. When it comes to big chances created in the entire league, he was second, only behind Michael Olise. When you look at assists in the league, second again behind Michael Olise. Possession won in the final third in the Bundesliga. So again, someone that can work hard for the team, someone that can press, someone that can win the ball high up the pitch and then make things happen. He's probably one of the best in his position in Europe and he's only 22 years old. So Liverpool are saying, this is a lot of money, yes, but this is a player we feel can improve, get better and make this Liverpool team more dynamic in the final third. You look at his vision, you look at his creativity, you look at his technical ability and the fact that he can be that link between midfield and attack and be a part of the attack is a key reason why Liverpool went to town and spent in excess of £100 million.
Another man who's watched an awful lot of Wirtz is European football expert Kevin Hatchard, friend of the show. We have him on a lot, of course. Let's hear from him now. He gave us some more insight into what Liverpool fans can expect from Wirtz this season.
Yeah, I do think he can deal with the pressure because he's dealt with expectation since he burst onto the scene, he was seen as a rising star in German football, and he started delivering pretty much from the get-go. He became the youngest ever scorer in Bundesliga history at the time when he scored at 17 against Bayern, so already rising to the big occasion. When he was pushing for Bayer Leverkusen's first ever Bundesliga title, he delivered. I mean, that goal against Werder Bremen was part of a hat-trick, his first ever senior hat-trick. And that was the game that clinched the title for Bayer Leverkusen. So when the pressure's on, he tends to deliver. He tends to step up. So there's nothing in his history that would suggest that he'd be really worried or nervous about making this move.
Indumentaria, la Kings Limited Gold Edition, solo hay 50 unidades de todos los equipos y también puede ser vuestra entrando en kingsleague.pro, así que es los datos a tener en cuenta en cuanto a indumentarias. Gran partido, Gonzalo, Gerard, el que tenemos por delante.
Ojo, ojo, estilo La Bombonera, estadio de River.
Hostia, más minutos de retraso en el inicio, ¿eh? Ya tenemos lío.
Lo llamó Edo, dibujando la parábola sobre la banda derecha, donde en el vértice del área aparece Nadir. ¡Nadir para adentro! ¡Gol! De Nadir Lua, que tiene una facilidad pasmosa. Encuentra a Pablo, que balón para Nadir para el segundo. Se zafa de Cócera, es un golazo. ¡Es un golazo! Señoras, señores, bienvenidos al show de Nadir Lua. Pibe.
El mejor.
Vamos
haciendo
a ver.
espionaje, ¿eh?
Vaya mierda dado, pibe. Va, ya te puedes ir a la cúpula a comer, va.
Tiene que salir Cócera para entregar hacia el centro. Se la regala Coy, le puede pegar Coy para adentro.
Vaya chicha, nano.
¡Gol! De Porcinos Óscar Coy. Ah, pues sí.
Pero es que, señores,
Que no te lo dije, hombre.
Tenemos, comodín, ¿cómo lo usamos? Penalti.
penalti.
Venga, será penalti.
Vamos, Cuni.
Puede meter en el partido a Cuni. Jordi para adentro, ¡qué golazo!
¡Guau!
¡Dios!
¡Gol!
Eso, dale.
Vamos con Nadir Lua y con Laura Vizcaíno.
Pues sí, Nadir, 2 goles, victoria y a cuartos, enhorabuena.
Sí, sabíamos que el partido iba a ser muy importante porque veníamos de una muy mala dinámica. El equipo ha estado bien, sufríamos defensivamente y creo que hemos estado muy juntitos. Y nada, primer objetivo cumplido.
Os espera Science, rival complicado, imagino.
Sí, empatamos contra ellos y en shootout perdimos. Ha quedado segundo por algo. Nada, concentración, confianza con nosotros mismos y intentar ganar para el sábado estar en el Wizzing.
Os lo veremos mañana, mucha suerte.